Let's look at some of the more advanced features in assignments here. So now that I have an assignment added, let's see what we can do with it. So I just added this fractions quiz, and I really don't want to go through and fill in every student's grade because most of my students got 100. There's a couple really cool options for adding student grades really quickly. So let's say most of your class got a 90 or most of the class got 100. You can always fill in the students who didn't get 100. Like let's say this gentleman got 80 and she got a 65, but everyone else got 100. What you can do is right click over the assignment and click on Fill Scores. So what you can do here is fill scores with either a value, or you can also add a comment to them here. So right now I'm just going to do items with no score, and I'm going to select score. So that means any of those cells there that don't have a score right now, I'm going to fill it in with this score. So let's say the rest of them had 100, and I'm going to click OK. So it fills in all of the rest of them with 100 except for the ones that I filled in earlier. Or, I'm going to go back to fill scores here, I could have chosen to just replace all. So you can also use this to fill in comments like late or exempt or missing really quickly. Another option is if you right click over this and just do quick fill. This would be nice for like, homework assignment where everyone got 100. You can come over here and just go to quick fill. You don't even have to go into that fill score screen and just go 100. And it's going to fill, well, if these were all empty, it would fill in everybody with 100. So you can also do this. You can do clear scores. I'm going to say OK, and it's going to clear everything really quickly, so you wouldn't need to go through and delete everything. So I'm going to show you that quick fill. So I'm going to right click, quick fill. Let's say everyone in the class got a 97. It's going to fill in everyone with a 97. So it's a nice way of filling in scores really quickly. If you right click on this again, you'll see some other features like deleting the assignment altogether. Let's say you decided you didn't want to do it, or you made a double by accident or something like that. You can click delete. You can also copy this assignment. So let's say I made this for my US History 1 class, but I have another period 5 US History 1 class, and I'm going to copy to them without doing all of the weighting and the due date and stuff like that. So if I click copy assignments, all right, it's going to say which assignment do you want to copy. I'm going to select fractions quiz, click next, and then select whichever class you want to copy it to, and then click OK. Now if I go to that US History 1 class, I can see that the fractions quiz is there. Now here's the thing. I'm going to go back up here to my original class. If I need to edit this assignment at all, let's say I want to change the due date, or I want to change the category, or how much I weight it. So I'm going to right click and do show details. Now if I wanted to change this in here, let's say I don't want to count it as a double quiz grade anymore. I want to count it as just a single quiz grade, and I'm going to click save. Now keep in mind that I copied this quiz before I edited the quiz's details. So if I go back over here to this class where I copied it to, notice that it still counts as a double. See the ×2? Still counted as a double. So if you update something after you copy it, those copies will not update. So just keep that in mind. Let's go back up here. I just want to show you a couple more features that you can edit the student grades here. If you right click on a specific student's grade, so let's say Ava got, a 50 on this. She didn't do well at all. And let's say that's because she handed in late. I could select to add a comment here, like for example, late. Say I took 50 points off her being late, and notice it adds a little tiny L in there. Now keep in mind, any of these comments that you add are visible by both you and the student and teacher, or excuse me, the student and the parent. So you want to make sure that anything you put in there is appropriate. So I'm going to uncheck that. If you want to add an individual comment, right click, show score inspector, And you can even write in a personalized comment down here just for, you know, your own personal use. Ava did not complete the back side of her quiz. Maybe that was the reason it was so low. Again, make sure these are appropriate comments because parents can see them. So those are, and just see it shows a little C right there, so you know there's a comment. You could always click on this and say, oh, what was that comment I made? Oh yeah, Ava didn't even complete the back side of that quiz. So those are some advanced features of assignments, manipulating them and adding some comments. I hope this was helpful. Send us an email if you can think of anything else you want to see a video on.